Okay, so part 2. How do we get this thing started? Okay, this is what you do. We are going to go look down here since most of our buttons are in this area. First thing to do is to flip on the master. Okay, and then what you do is you come back up top there. You've got now stuff in the chronometer here. That's the universal time, that's the local time, that's flight time, and then you have elapsed time. This 24E is your electrical voltage. Outside air temperature is 49 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 09 centigrade. Also with this now, with the master on, you can take a look at your fuel in the left and the right. See if you got enough. We've got like a third of a tank or so. And that's basically it for that right now. So you go down here and you flip on your beacon, and the red light on the tail will start flashing. And when that flashes, that lets the ground people know that it's not clear or safe to be around the airplane at that moment because you're starting. And we'll go back down here. Okay, so then we turn on the avionics. That's the radios. We have 2 bus systems, so you've got a backup. And as you can see, that turns on the GPS, our identification, ident. We're at 1200, which is IFR, or VFR, I'm sorry. And now you can see the screens have popped up, and different things you can do on here.
I got a radio check. I got you loud and clear. Sir.
And as I said, this is the autopilot. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to start it. You put in full rich, crack the throttle a little bit.
Traffic here, Tango, taxiing from midfield hangars to run up area for 3-5.
Okay, and we're going to go over here to the key, turn to the right, the left, then both, and then press start. Okay, so we got a good motor start now. And let's see. We're looking at the gauges here. We've got, let's take a look at the oil pressure. You see the temperature is still way low, so it's still warming up. Oil pressure is good. Vacuum is low for some reason or other. That might be a function of RPM. Yeah, it is. As I'm increasing the RPM, that does go up. Anyhow, so you see your fuel flow. This is the exhaust gas temperature, and like when I rev the engine a little bit, you'll see it starts to come up. Okay, this is the RPMs. You see that moves up and down. And so we just basically let it warm up at this point. And this is when we would start using this to put in a flight plan if we were going somewhere. But since we're just going to go local this time, it doesn't make any difference. We'll get to the using the navigation stuff coming. And I think that's basically it for... Oh, no, one last thing, important. On your keyboard, hit the letter D as in dog. Watch this gauge here. Remember I said this was vacuum powered. And when you press the D, notice how the thing moved, and what it did is it calibrated itself to the magnetic compass. You have to do that each time, otherwise you'll find yourself going everywhere where you don't want to be. You can also calibrate using this. I don't touch this. I just let the system do it. This, however, is how you move your heading bug around. See that thing moving around? And so when you're using the autopilot, you can tell it to go into heading hold, and it will follow that direction on the for the plane. Right now we're at this is 90 degrees. That would be about 75 or so, I'm guessing. Yeah, 75. But anyhow, so that's how you start it up, and the rest of it is what comes next, and we're going to go take it for a spin.